I shouldn't have to explain what racism is to 6-year-olds.
That's right.
It's not fair to me. And for them to think that they did something wrong when all they were supposed to be doing was enjoying themselves at a park for kids, it's absolutely unacceptable.
That was Jody Brown, the mother behind a viral video of a Sesame Place character walking past two young black girls. If that controversy has highlighted anything, it's that parents of color can sometimes face the added pressure of making sure that their kids don't feel inferior or less than because of their skin color. And that responsibility can pop up at the most random times. Damon Young, a columnist for the Washington Post, recently shared one way this manifested in his home. His young black daughter was gifted a white doll that he and his wife wanted to make disappear. In his piece, Damon wrote the features of a baby doll, quote, represent what the person buying it considers to be precious. And a decision to gift a white doll to our daughter could communicate to her that we value those features more than hers. Oh, that's so deep. My mom, this is my mom's whole jam, Damon. Joining me now, Damon Young. He's a contributing columnist for the Washington Post. I'm obsessed with this piece because my mom, literally her whole mission in my life was to ensure that there were no white Barbie dolls. Like, she was very militant about it. And I want to read from your piece another great quote. Quote, when my wife and I were brainstorming how to dispose of Daisy, which is what we named the doll, the first thing I thought of was, wait, until our daughter went to sleep, sneak into her bedroom, and then disappear Daisy like I was SEAL Team 4. She wouldn't even notice, I thought, that the doll she'd been playing with for days was on a milk carton. After I ate breakfast, though, I realized that this idea was likely outlawed in the Geneva Conventions. It's hilarious writing, as always, from you, but take us through the operation to dispose of Daisy and why you thought it was important. Why you thought it was actually really important.
I mean, and so, again, thank you for having me on, Serlina. And, you know, Daisy the doll is a bit of a red herring. It's a MacGuffin. The actual, like, I guess, point and premise of the piece is that anxiety, the anxiety that parents have, and a very specific anxiety that Black parents have, where we want to raise our child and raise our young daughter so that she has pride, so that she, you know, is in love with her skin, her hair, and her features. And you know, in raising her in America and in an America where there are white standards of beauty that are just, like I said in the piece, that are just waves and waves and waves crashing into a shore. And so how do you balance that, you know, where you want your kid to, you know that they could be whoever and whatever they want to be, but you're also a little Black girl in America. And America is what it is too. And so, again, this piece just was a bit of a silly way of just getting at that anxiety that, you know, so many Black parents experience.
So I'm not a parent myself, but now as a 40-year-old, I understand my own parents in a much, you know, more deeper way than I did when I was a kid and my mom was yelling at another, you know, a classmate's parent about the white Barbie doll she had bought for my birthday. I didn't understand why my mom's yelling at this lady. Why is she so upset? This Barbie doll is fine. Like, I'll play with it or not. Like, it's fine. I don't get it. And, you know, in that vein, some white parents at home might be watching this segment and thinking, well, what's wrong with a white Barbie doll? Why would you have a problem with your daughter having a white doll? What's the harm there? I mean, take us a little bit deeper than you already have in terms of how society reinforces white beauty standards and how a doll could really compound that for your child before she's really even able to understand what's happening there.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere you turn, you know, Eurocentric standards of beauty are presented, are reinforced. Magazine covers, TV shows, TV advertisements, cartoons, books, stories, Disney. You just go on and on and on and on and on. Okay, and so again, if you are a Black parent and you want your daughter to, you know, to be proud of herself, and she's just getting these images as soon as she leaves the house, and also in the house too. Because, you know, we allow her to watch TV, we allow her to get to watch things on YouTube. So how do you combat that, right? And as I said in the piece, buying a doll, you know, the doll kind of represents what the person buying the doll considers to be precious. And so when we make the decisions in our house to buy our daughter toys and dolls, we want things that reinforce, that represent her, and that also reinforce the the pride that we would love her to have. Right. And again, it's about that anxiety, and in the piece itself, nothing actually happens. Right. Like, my daughter gets this doll from out of nowhere. And then, my wife and I are like, okay, where'd that come from? And then there's some ridiculous notions about, okay, so what do I do to get rid of it? And then one day she just doesn't have a doll anymore. I don't know if it went back to whoever gave it to her. I don't know if it's hidden underneath like a moth pit of dolls or something. But again, that anxiety is real. And as you were saying, this is something that your mom experienced, and that many other Black parents in America experienced.
No, this is like a real thing for my family. I'm not joking. When I was 38 years old, my mom bought me a Barbie doll from the ShopRite, this is a true story, in Millburn, New Jersey, which is a predominantly white town that I grew up in, because they had one. The fact that they had a black Barbie doll, she was like, oh my God, I'm 38, and she's so excited. She buys me this doll. But I was that kid in the all-white school going to school in a Black is Beautiful t-shirt at 6 years old. It was so embarrassing, but now I get it. Now I get it because of parents like you, Damon Young. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was a really hilarious piece. Thank you for writing it. Please stay safe. Hi, I'm Zerlina Maxwell. Thanks for checking out our channel on YouTube. You can see more from Zerlina by clicking any of the videos on this screen, and make sure you subscribe below to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. Thanks for watching.